What is up, Chef Nate fam? Your boy is back again with another one. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make my ultimate one-pot ribs. Let's get it poppin'. Right guys, so let's talk ribs. There's a bunch of different ways that you can cook ribs. You can smoke them, you can barbecue them, you can stick them in the oven wrapped in tin foil. I want to show you this recipe because it's super simple. You're going to throw everything into a pot whilst making your own barbecue sauce at the same time. That's going to reduce down, become really thick. You can eat them straight out of the pot. So let's get started. For our sauce, I've got apple juice, I've got balsamic vinegar, I've got some ketchup, I've got salt, pepper of course, I've got smoked paprika for that nice smoky barbecue flavor, I've got some brown sugar, some white onion, some garlic, a couple of chilies, and 20 grams of thyme. I've got a nice kilo of ribs here, baby back, spare ribs, whatever you can get your hands on, it's perfect. That all together is gonna equal some dope ribs. Cool, so let's go. So I've just thrown some oil into this pan. First up, all I'm gonna do is get my onions going, get my garlic going, get my chilies going, and my thyme, all at the same time. Just get it all in the pot, no messing about. Grab a little spoon, give it a stir. Already smells banging, it's a great combination. That's the base of your sauce. Those are the veggies that are gonna go in there to give our sauce that nice depth of flavor. Let that cook down for 5 minutes and we'll start adding the rest of our ingredients. Whilst we're waiting for that to cook down, it's not a major marinade that you need to put onto the ribs because they're gonna be cooking for so long. It's gonna take about 2 hours for them to become really tender. So what I like to do is just to give them a little pre-salt. You can do this half an hour before if you want to, it's absolutely fine. I'm gonna do a crack of some fresh black pepper, nice big chunks of pepper. And that is literally all I'm gonna do, guys. Again, like I said, you can do that an hour before to let that salt kind of seep in there. That'll make them taste even better. Even overnight, you can salt them, but even if you want to do them just now, just like I am, they're still gonna taste banging. Cool, so that's been cooking down now for about 5 minutes. It's become nice and soft. I'm gonna go straight in with my ribs. Give those a little stir. And then we're gonna follow that up with the rest of our ingredients. So first, I'm gonna start with my ketchup. I'm gonna use this whole big bottle of ketchup. So that's 500 mils of ketchup going in. I wanna use some balsamic vinegar. Not too much of that, just maybe a few tablespoons. I'm gonna hit it with some brown sugar next. Probably about 100 grams of brown sugar. Smoked paprika, a couple tablespoons of that. And then I've got a liter of apple juice going in. So we're getting all that sweetness from the brown sugar, from the ketchup, obviously the sourness from our balsamic vinegar going in there. And then the apple juice just tops it off, rather than just cooking it in normal water. Gives it a lovely dimension of flavor. Remember, pork and apple, you always see pork and apple sauce going together. So the ribs complement, the pork ribs complement the apple sauce really well, the apple juice, sorry, really well. Another thing I didn't mention earlier is I'm just gonna add 4 chicken stock cubes, just to add that salt content that we want in there as well. I'm gonna bring this to a simmer, turn it all the way down, guys, and let those cook away for 2 hours, and literally gonna be done. Just remember, guys, to keep an eye on your ribs as they're cooking. Obviously, there's a lot of sugar in this sauce, so it's gonna reduce down, which is what we want. We wanna make a nice, thick, sticky barbecue sauce to go on our ribs, but at the same time, we don't want it to burn. So before the ribs are cooked, it might get too thick and start to stick on the bottom. Make sure you keep coming to give it a stir, checking the thickness of it, and if it is getting a little bit too thick before they're ready, top it up with a little bit of boiling water just to thin it back out to stop it from burning. They should take between 1.5 hours to 2 hours, depending on how thick your ribs are. Make sure you just keep coming back and checking them, give them that little pinch test or get a little fork and just see how tender the meat is. Other than that, guys, these are the one-pot ribs. Obviously, you can check it for seasoning once the stock cubes melt in there. Make sure that it tastes good, that tastes fire, and obviously it's only gonna get better and better as all the bone marrow and all the juices come out of those ribs, and turn that barbecue sauce into a stock, then reduce it down. It's gonna be perfect. I'm looking forward to trying these. I'm gonna cover them up for 2 hours, stick them on the hob, and forget about them. Here we have it, guys. They are all done. Just took them out of the pot, just put them onto this little plate. Just wanted to garnish them with a little bit of fresh green onion, just to give it that little freshness. I've got my super thick, sticky barbecue sauce right here. Now I'm just gonna pour on top. Look, you can see how thick that is. You can can see all the chunks of our onion, of our chilies, and our garlic coming out there. Looks amazing, guys. Let's see how they taste. Let's go. Comes straight off the bone. You don't want the whole piece of meat to come off the bone as you bite it. You want to be able to have that little crater that you leave, so you get each bite come straight off the bone. Nice and tender, nice and juicy. Perfect rib. One pot, ultimate. Chef Nate. Thanks again for watching this week, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Help me get the channel popping. You know the deal. Get to the shop, get yourself some ribs, and smash them just like I'm about to do. Have a great week. Until next time, Chef Nate is out. Peace.